Hey everyone, thank you for joining today and taking the time out of your morning. I appreciate it. Today we're here to talk around the customer journey and making that more seamless. And what we mean by that is that when we talk around the customer journey, what we want to be looking at is driving people to the site and how we can do that. And then also when people are on the site, we want to be making sure that we're keeping them customers on the site and giving them a better customer journey and making sure that they convert. And also that they come back to the site from having that positive journey at first. So today we've got myself and also Peter. So as an introduction to who I am, my name is Alex. I'm the Director of Sales for Clayvu in APAC. I've been with Clayvu for around 4.5 years now. Where predominantly I worked in the UK, but now I've came over to the APAC region to bring all of the good stuff we've been doing over there. To bring it to APAC essentially, which is exciting times, and also means I get to live in Australia, which is a very beautiful place, of course. And then we've also, got Peter, who I'll be handing over to you now. He can give an introduction from his side, and then also jump into what he's going to be talking around today. And then we'll be passing over to me to talk around the customer journey on site. So over to you, Peter.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Alex. Hello, everyone. My name is Peter. I'm a digital growth consultant at AEK Media. We are a full-service digital marketing agency based in Sydney, Australia. We specialize in multi-channel marketing, but we also were recognized for our website development and design services. I might actually start sharing my screen to actually to deep dive into the presentation side. So just quickly share the screen first. 1 second. All right, can you guys see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Alex?
Perfect.
Yeah, beautiful. So as Alex was saying, we divided our presentation into 2 parts. So we will talk about a marketing side of the e-commerce customer journey. We'll talk about how to bring your ideal customers to your site, and then Alex will take it over and talk about the conversion side of it to show the functionalities of Clayvu and how to leverage that conversion rate. So we want to present a success story of one of our clients, Tasman Eco. So Tasman Eco is a family-owned business that started very small, and we'll talk about their humble beginnings as well as what practices actually help them build their e-commerce presence and which components really make the difference. So a quick introduction about us. So essentially, as I mentioned before, we are a full-service digital marketing agency. We've been recognized globally for our e-commerce practices, achieving results for our clients, like for example for Tasman Eco. And we, even though you can see only a small part of our team on the photo, we have a whole range of marketing professionals, in-house web developers, designers, graphic designers, videographers, SEO specialists, and paid marketing specialists as well. So digital marketing wise, we can help with everything. Now, I just want to quickly talk about the value, the one of our principles, which is we don't fully concentrate on creating metrics. We focus on creating tangible results, which is the growth. And in e-commerce side is sales, and this is our main focus, and this is what I think differentiates us from other marketing agencies, because we really focus on the final outcome. I just want to start with the story. So I spoke about Tasman Eco briefly in a few slides before. So essentially, Tasman Eco started very small. They had like a few page website. they didn't really have this e-commerce presence. And essentially what they were doing, they were selling, they were operating within the wholesale space only, and they wanted to reduce the dependency on their retailers. So what we did is we helped them establish an online presence and grow their marketing. As a result of our online marketing strategies, we help them grow their sales online and offline. And now today, Tasman Eco is one of Australia's leading brands for nursery furniture, and doesn't depend on other retailers anymore. Now, when we look at the Tasman Eco side a few years back and the business model in general, they didn't have a website that was e-commerce oriented. Their website was very, very vague and clear information, and it didn't really convey the narrative and the uniqueness of Tasman Eco products, which are like designer nursery furniture. When we look at their e-commerce transformation, so first they only sold parts online, and they branched to e-commerce afterwards. So we can see like the first side is that in 2021 is where we actually established this online growth, and then over their growth journey, we help them build, optimize, and scalable platform. The transformation comes from the fact that we help them, modernize their design style and pretty much make it more e-commerce friendly as their online presence grew, as well as sales. Now, those are a few components of their website that actually played an important role, especially with baby products. You want to make sure that that you give potential parents, the parents to be this kind of like sense, this feeling of like that they can see and actually understand the unique selling points, unique traits of the product. So it's important to recognize if we want to create this sense. Now, in terms of the different pages that we created. So, for example, in terms of homepage, we clearly want to present the unique selling points and the range of designer nursery furniture that they offer. As you can see, they not only produce cots, but there's like bassinets, mattresses, chests, and there's a lot of different other products that they were offering within their range. In terms of collection pages, we had rich descriptions in which we were presenting the range of designer nursery furniture. So we wanted to really deep dive into these different products that they offer, and that was essentially the idea here. In terms of product pages, we had large oversized imagery with detailed descriptions to imitate feeling that the product is actually like in person. Let's say if you were in store, you get to touch product and look at it from a different perspective. That's exactly what we're trying to achieve with Tasman's new website. And now we built this platform that was SEO and CRO optimized. However, how do we leverage the potential of the website? We need to show this website to the customers in the right part of their journey. So for this, we, as I mentioned before, at AEK, we are channel agnostic. We leverage a multi-channel marketing strategy to fully educate and nurture your potential clients about your products. We understand that your customers very often don't purchase with one click. So in order to follow up after them, educate them, show them the unique features of your products, we follow up with different ads on different platforms with different message, understanding where exactly they are in our customer funnel, whether they know about you, have they interacted with your content or your website in the past. So this strategy consists of multiple components, and for all these components, we were awarded with different 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 awards. In terms of SEO and paid search, we're recognized nationally and globally for social media content and PPC. We also go awarded by globally accredited organizations such as SEMrush, and also in terms of design. So we offer quality in every aspect of that strategy. Now, just want to quickly dive into the customer journey breakdown. So essentially, we broke down Tasman's Eco customer journey into four stages. So first stage, which is called discovery content, is where we actually target those who don't really know much about Tasman Eco. They know that they're expecting a baby, that they know that they need nursery furniture. So we recognize those different scenarios, and then based on that, we build discovery content with SEO. This is a stage where people research different alternatives. They're trying to understand exactly what they need, what it takes, what different features about different products that they currently need. Now, once we see that someone has engaged with the site or end up on the site, we send them awareness ads that actually provide them with more information. We'll follow up with relevant information. This type of ads we can break down into two segments: so remarketing ads and scouting ads. So we can scout for new customers on Facebook or Instagram or any other platform that is relevant to the industry. In Tasman Eco's case, that was mostly Facebook and Instagram. So we follow up after those who engage with the site, but we also scout new clients, new customers who may be potentially interested in this service. And then we go even deeper in the funnel. So for those who really interacted with the site, clicked on a few links, we send them different ads that actually show more information that may educate them more about the product. And also in the bottom of the funnel, which is for customers who are close to conversion, based on our tracking, based on how they perform in the funnel, we send them targeted ads that essentially target customers who have high intent of purchasing their products.
And just to jump in as well, Peter, the importance of that journey as well is because, especially with the nursery industry, the patient or customer journey can be up to 9 months long from in terms of the pregnancy rate. It's very important to make sure you've got awareness content from people start thinking about their nursery all the way up to the point when they're actually making the decision. So that sort of different messaging for the different points in their journey to make sure we were speaking to what they were concerned about at the time was really critical to actually lead to conversions.
Yeah, and by saying that we tried different types of content, is we tested different types of content with whether UGC testimonials, different messages to attract different niches. So as we can see, on the left, we have an ad that refers to a lifestyle ad that we help develop and target this particular niche. Now, we also have a customer testimonial ad to build this trust and rapport. To build this trust and rapport with upcoming mothers.
And with this video as well, initially when they started, we weren't working with creators, so we actually reached out to existing customers, and then we got them to share a video in exchange for a free mattress protector and free Manchester pack. So there are ways of being practical that if you don't have a big creative team or creative budget, you can work with existing customers, give them some pointers in exchange for some monetary spend for your site, and then that you can leverage in different ads.
Yeah, and this is the ad on the right side is actually an ad that we created whilst we are waiting for the lifestyle content ad on the left. So essentially, the way we work is we try to be proactive and you try to leverage, the existing resources to maximize the return on investment. So we really want to make sure that we become an integral part of your team and we work with your resources and we don't waste time. Yeah. Now, for this particular case, Tasman Eco, when Tasman Eco started doing expos, no one really knew who they were. So their conversion rate from the expos was pretty low. So we worked with them to kind of like present their expo stand, the merch that they're gonna take to the exhibitions with them, and we put that in Facebook ads to target those who visit those expos. Now we understand that exhibitions are quite expensive, so that was like a great way to at least break even the exhibition by selling the products. Nowadays we build Tasman Eco's reputation, so they have this led to much greater return from the expos because everyone knows about them now. So just like a quick ad.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you come to PDC this weekend, show us this video, and with every purchase you make, you receive a gift from us. Celebrating our 19th birthday this year, and 19th customer will receive an extra special gift. We'll see you there.
Cool. Yeah, and this is like one of the first parts of the funnel. So all this funnel breakdown that we presented, there's a lot of components that fall into that, which again leads us back to multi-channel marketing strategy. So for this, we leverage different types of channels in the first stage. Google organic search. As you can see, in the first stage, we paired Google Ads with SEO. Now, the biggest benefit of this practice is we are leveraging Google Ads to substitute a lack of traffic whilst we're working on SEO. Now, in this case, we managed to secure the Google Ads section, and we managed to secure the direct product section. So we're ranking position 1 organically without paying for this rectangle. And we also answer relevant questions around, buying baby coats. So we're increasing probability of, new clients clicking on our site. And as well with Google Ads, we essentially target those target those search terms, those niches that are interested in buying baby coat. And as well with YouTube ads, we were looking at people's search history to kind of like understand, who's the audience that to which we can display those ads.
Yeah, so some examples of that, sorry to jump in, is with YouTube, as we started growing in terms of births, it's around 300,000 births a year. So to try and reach all of that market is a consistently revolving audience. So then on YouTube, we actually started targeting people that if they've been Googling for terms like prams or hospital bags, we knew that they're an upcoming parent. So we target people because YouTube is a part of Google's network. If they've been searching for those terms recently on Google, then we show YouTube awareness ads to them to get them into the funnel as a proxy that they were an in-market parent.
Now, in terms of SEO, I just want to quickly explain the concept of SEO for those who are not aware. So when we look at like the Google page, we can see that the first few positions, they're paid, and they usually have a label sponsored or ad, and to be there, people pay a certain bit determined by Google. But what the whole concept of SEO is to actually rank your site for free here on top of the page below ads, so that you actually have, you get this traffic here for free. Now, in terms of SEO, we believe in three main principles. So authority, relevance, and technical SEO. In terms of authority, we really want to make sure that your site is credible, that Google believes that your site is being pointed by other sites, which say like this is the site to go to when it comes to, well, in Tasman Eco's case, be nursery furniture or designer nursery furniture. Now, in terms of relevance, we want to make sure that your content is relevant to what you're actually selling, and to achieve that, we optimize your product pages, your collection pages, and your homepage, which is exactly what we did for Tasman. And now, in terms of technical SEO, this refers to the back end of the site. So, and this is one of the discovery channels for Tasman that we created. So we thoroughly research keywords, search terms that people were typing into Google, and build articles around that to answer their question. Now, as I mentioned before, we really want to, like, especially in the awareness stage, we really want to make sure that we secure your online real estate for particular search terms with SEO and Google Ads. Now, this serves two benefits. I'll just quickly add that, because Google Ads, again, substitute your traffic while you're building your SEO, but also collect data. So we can build SEO based on data that we gather from Google Ads.
So you can actually use Google Ads to work out which term brings you the best conversions and then optimize your SEO strategy for that. Year on year, Google Ads are getting more competitive. It's an auction at the end of the day. So just relying on Google Ads isn't a good long-term strategy. But if you use Google Ads to learn where your customers are coming from and what search terms bring you the right type of customer, then you can optimize for that with SEO, like in these examples.
So, for example, when it comes to like baby coats, there's a lot of different baby coats that people may search. So compact coats, wooden coats. There's a lot of niche search terms that we were targeting. But we also found out in the middle of the campaign, we found that people were looking for nursery packages. So we helped Tasman Eco build their presence for this particular search term, which increased their average order value at the end. Now, we spoke about a lot of awareness about those who didn't know about your presence as a brand, but now they know who you are because they discovered you with ads, with SEO, with Google Ads. Now, let's provide them with more content, educate them about the value, the unique features of your product with different types of content. So we have different ads that display different features. We have blogs that can be also used for retargeting to provide them with more information. And we also have backlinks from articles which actually serve your online PR. As you can see, we help Tasman Eco get on realestate.com.au or One Fine Baby. Those sites have fantastic credibility in Google's eyes. Now, once people know who we are, once we educated them, it's time to move on to the final stage in our funnel, which is conversion. So you want to make sure that we show your potential client, your potential customers reviews, offers on different packages. Just give them the final soft push for actually converting them.
Exactly. So for example, people who are looking at individual cards, we'd say, hey, if you look at or we'd have remarketing ads, which would show the bundles with a chest, with a pairing bassinet, and we'd say, if you get this bundle together, get the 20% off. And that was allowing us to increase our average order value. So it's the same cost of acquiring the customer, but just by being proactive and showing them the different bundles available, we were able to increase the ROI from that awareness in the bottom of it.
Yeah, and then another aspect of Tasman Eco's strategy was email marketing. So essentially, once we Tasman Eco at a certain point once we got the traction, Tasman Eco ran out of stock, and now for this we had to create a notify button to really get people. Notify me button to really get people into the funnel, to notify them about different products. Now we understand that in terms of this industry, the customer lifetime is usually 9 months, and we want to educate them about different products. We really want to make sure that we send them the relevant information, and we provide them with information from this particular channel as well.
Exactly. And to Peter's point, one of the previous biggest drop-off rates was if there's a product someone was interested in, it's out of stock, they'd just leave. But by updating the product page to have it notify me when it's back with customized flows, that way we could say, hey, this is coming back in June, let's say, just because it kept selling out, unfortunately. But we do have these alternatives if you need it before your due date.
Absolutely. And then once we got their email addresses, we built automations. So based on their interaction with the email, we would send them different message with different content in it. And this is like a quick review of the funnel. So first we scout people via ads, via SEO content, Google ads. And then we get into the hero product page, which is optimized towards, we provide relevant information. But we'll talk about more about the conversion optimization in Alex's part of the presentation, in which he will show you the power of Clevo and its functionalities. But it's like in this nowadays, it takes a bit more time for people to actually make that decision. So we really want to make sure that we have this backup in form of remarketing ads, email sequences, and also different SEO blogs to target those who are still not sure whether they should go with you. And now all these actions that the whole strategy that we crafted for Tasman Eco resulted in building the really strong brand. So Tasman Eco currently is getting 1,600 searches in Australia per month just for their brand name. Now we understand that a lot of people still don't know Tasman Eco, but they know they need the nursery furniture. So this just shows the growth of Tasman Eco presence as a brand. And now these are the results that we achieved for Tasman Eco. So average month-on-month sales growth. We essentially been doubling for Tasman Eco in terms of month-to-month sales. We also generated.
Stop now because we just ran out of stock for most of the range. So if we are, just as a tip, if you are looking to grow and build that marketing strategy, I think just the stock planning would be different. Yeah.
And then in terms of return on ad spend, we multiplied 10 times. Increase in average order value. So we mentioned nursery furniture packages in our previous slides. So this led to 34% increase in selling, more products in one purchase. And also in terms of SEO traffic, we multiplied it by 9 times. Now, before we jump into the next part of the presentation, are there any questions that I could answer in the chat box?
Yeah, I'm not sure we can see from
outside. No, we can't see it. Okay, there'll be FAQs at the end of the presentation. So if anyone has any questions about Tasman Eco, we're happy to answer that, or even jump on in a separate call to fully deep dive into this case study and see how we can transfer some ideas onto your brand. And now we're moving to analytics and conversion tracking setup. So we'll be now moving to Alex's presentation slowly. But before we jump in, we just want to quickly say that all these actions that we took for Tasman Eco, they were based on actual conversion tracking. So we're watching closely our ads, how they're performing, the traffic that we were getting, whether that was the relevant traffic or not. And we set up a whole bunch of tools to determine those things, because otherwise you're driving blindfolded. That's essentially what works. And the same with conversion. So obviously we use Microsoft Clarity, which is like a very basic tool for determining how your traffic actually performs on your site. But in terms of conversion, I will let Alex talk more about conversion with Clevo. So thank you very much. It was great to present this story to everyone who has attended, who has joined us today. Also, would be great to chat to each one of you on like a separate call. We can dive into more examples and even see how we can help your brand. So give like 10 to 15 seconds to anyone who wants to book a call. Just scan the QR code and there's a direct link to book a free discovery call with my team and I.
Awesome. That was very
great. Thank you very much.
I'd like to also say, like, the analysis that you do and how you deep dive into things is very impressive. You know, even getting, you know, customers to jump on videos and do reactions and everything from what you're doing with the website to the marketing to the SEO. It's like there's so much due diligence being done there, and it's very impressive. So like what I'm going to do now is from my side, I'm going to jump into Clayview. So we've talked around the importance of driving the traffic to the website. How do we keep them customers on site and give them a good customer experience so they'll also come back to the website as well? And we do that through product discovery. So I'm just going to jump into a presentation now. And if you do have any questions, there is a question box on the right-hand side. So feel free to ask any questions. And if I can't get back to you after this, I'll make sure that I will email you. So just going to go into, can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it here.
Awesome. So yeah, Clayview. What we are is an AI in product discovery. So product discovery is huge. And as I mentioned, we did talk around the importance of driving people to the site, but we want to be thinking around the customer experience when they land onto the site. And that's what we're going to be doing at Clayview, is giving a better customer experience and making sure people can find the relevant products that they're looking for so they can actually purchase them products. And also what that's going to do is give a good customer experience when we look at the lifetime value of that customer as well. And just to give you a bit of a background on Clayview, we're a global business. We have offices in Finland, in the UK, US, India, and also an office in Sydney, in Martin Place in Australia. We work for over 1,000 retailers globally, and then also some customers on the right-hand side that you can see here. I get a lot of stick in the UK for this one here. But yeah, just to give you some good insight into some of the customers that we do have. So what is product discovery and why is it so important? So there's 4 areas to the product discovery. And how I like to put this is that with Clayview, we have a site search tool, we have a category management tool, and also a recommendations tool. But on top of that as well, we've got a more conversational search as well. So making sure that people can jump onto a chatbot, essentially leveraging Clayview's artificial intelligence, and also leveraging ChatGPT to make sure that people can have more of a conversational query and making sure that people can ask questions about certain products as well. But how I'd like to place this is, if we look at the customer journey on site, all of your high intent buyers will be going to the search. So when they land on site, they'll be going to the search bar, they'll be making certain queries, and we want to be making sure that we're actually finding the products they're looking for. And how we do that is something called natural language processing. So essentially what we're doing here is understanding how people talk in different ways, leveraging things like error tolerance to making sure that if they're making errors, if they're making certain search terms when it comes to potentially decompounding a word. So if somebody was to say, go to a website and search for iPhone, we want to be picking up I space phone or T space search shirt. And then also on top of that as well, our natural language processing makes sure that people can talk in different ways. Imagine if you're a fashion store and somebody comes to site and it's a lady that's looking for a formal address under a certain price point, essentially leveraging that Google stylesque to make sure that people that do talk in more of these conversational queries can find what they're looking for as well, all the way through to something that we have called catalog enrichment, where we inject thousands of relevant synonyms into that search area, making sure that if you are missing any of the synonyms that you're manually adding, we can actually give your catalog 3 to 5 times more coverage. All the way through to the category management tool. And what we're going to be doing here is leveraging this to make sure that we can actually go in and we can manage our categories and we can set up specific rules using the attributes if you're using a platform like Magento, or using the tags or meta fields if you're using Shopify, for example. So what we're going to be doing here is creating different types of rule strategies to make sure that your customers are seeing the products that you'd like them to see. So for an example like that is that, say, for example, you're a company who sells different types of brands. On these different types of brands, you might want to push a certain brand higher than another brand. You just create a rule for that brand to give that more visibility, for example. All the way through to A/B testing and also scheduling campaigns. And then also we have the recommendations module. So with the recommendations module, what we're going to be doing is when they're landing on certain pages, whereby it might be the home page or the product page or the cart page, is that we are actually showing them products that are relevant to them. So that can help with that upsell and also guide and show your customers products that they'd be interested in relation to other products that they're viewing too. And I think the key thing here is the customer journey is that one single point of data running throughout. So when we look at that one single point of data, Klaviyo leverages the machine learning element. So the machine learning will be understanding the queries your customers are making, the clicks and what they're purchasing. And what we'll be doing is actually changing and dynamically changing your catalog and putting products in certain places that your customers are more likely to buy. But then also we actually have a personalization engine. And this is where it gets really cool. So what we're doing is actually understanding the intent of the customer on a one-to-one basis and what they're clicking on. So what you will see on a website will be different to what I will see on that website, depending on that journey and what I'm looking at. So we have the machine learning site-wide, but then we also have that one-to-one personalization, making sure that an individual user is seeing certain products that they'll be interested in. And why that's so important, if we look at retailing, if we walk into a store, if I'm a high intent buyer, and I used to work in retail for a very long time, and customer service is huge to me. So when I used to walk in the store, if I'm a high intent buyer, I'll go up to somebody in the store and I'll ask them where that product is. That's the search element essentially. And then when I ask that person in store where that product is, they can start to ask me questions. Is there any other type of brands that you'd want to see today? Are you looking for certain price points? Potentially the different kind of colors you're looking for your outfit, for example. That's the site search. So now we've picked up all of that data. When they're walking me through the store, that's the category management. That's how you're merchandising and how you're merchandising in store. And because you've asked me all them questions at the beginning of the store, you can actually point out products in the store that I'll be interested in. And that's going to show me other products that I could potentially buy, all the way through to when we get to that product I've asked about. You can say, okay, I knew you were looking for a jumper today, for example, in this brand. Well, these are the pants to go with that jumper. And also, we've also got this other brand that you're interested in. And these are some new in products from that as well. All the way through to the next stage, which is the more conversational chat. And that's where we can actually start to ask specific questions. What type of material is it? What are the sizing like, that type of thing. So the one single point of data working throughout that customer journey is huge. And it also gives the customer who's coming to site, from leveraging everything that AEK Media has talked around today, in understanding and driving them to the site. So then when they come to site, they have that great customer journey where they're going to be purchasing the products, have a great experience, and also return to the website with that great experience as well. And we can talk around uplifts here as well. And this is from a survey from our customer base. So 37% more revenue per web session, a 12% site-wide e-commerce conversion rate increase, and a 19% search-led conversion increase too. So yeah, that's the stats that you're looking at from having a solution like Klaviyo. And also as well, I've jumped into what we're about, but what I can start to do is jump into other areas and things that you can improve on the website currently and that type of thing as well. So another study that we've done at Klaviyo is look at our customer base, and I think this is a key one here. And we've actually seen that the conversion rate soars around that 5-word mark. So people that are coming to the website are typing around 5 words, and that's them high intent buyers that are talking more in that natural language processing way. So what we can do with Klaviyo is understand them long tail queries to make sure that they're seeing the product that they're interested in. If you're a high intent buyer, you're more likely going to be asking and talking in more complex ways than what you're looking for. You'd never really go to a search bar yourself when you're shopping and type in a couple of words. You'd type a few other words. Maybe it's you're looking for joggers with black zips, for example. Oh, sorry, black joggers with zip, that type of thing. And what we're really doing here is democratizing retail. If we look at the average site conversion standard, we're looking around that 3 to 5% mark. Whereas if you look at like a powerhouse like Amazon, for example, they're around that 13% mark. And why they're at that 13% mark is due to the experience that their customers are having to site and the brand that they've built over many years. So we're essentially what we're doing here is leveraging Klaviyo to bring all of these attributes that like somebody could have when they're shopping on Amazon, and making sure that people can find the relevant products, leveraging search, leveraging merchandising recommendations, personalization, and also very powerful analytics throughout the search to the collection category pages to their recommendations as well. And what we can look at here is that what Gartner had to say is search and product discovery is untapped, and it could be key to driving the revenue. So key signs that product discovery is a problem. Customers are struggling to find products with no results or out of stock. Merchandising teams are struggling to keep up with merchandising demands. Revenue growth required. Retailers need a quick way to maximize traffic already coming to their website. So what we're doing here is Klaviyo's bringing the power of AI in discovery to all online retailers that yield highest conversions and the best customer centricity. Easily to connect with platforms as well. Klaviyo connects with a lot of platforms out there, and we have easy connectors. So here are some of the partners that we partner with as well, which is also key to mention. If we're talking around Klaviyo, which is a very big partner of ours and a solution that I really love, and the reason I love the integration between Klaviyo and Klaviyo is that we actually go a lot deeper with our integration as well. So what we can actually do with Klaviyo is that we can actually pull in the segments from Klaviyo, and we can leverage them segments, and we can actually utilize them with the recommendations module. So say, for example, you've got specific audiences that you're currently contacting through email or SMS, for example. What we can actually do is leverage all of them segments, and we can put that into Klaviyo's recommendations to make sure that we can segment the recommendations to these specific users. But also say, for example, there was certain types of content, you can actually start to do content banners and target them to the segment as well. On top of that, we actually can leverage when people are going to your website and shoppers are searching in particular types of ways. You can actually set up flows with how people are searching and what they're looking for. And off the back of setting up them flows and leveraging Klaviyo and Klaviyo together, one of our clients, a craft company, actually had a 76% click to conversion rate from email and a 6% found revenue from the Klaviyo search abandonment trigger flow in Klaviyo. So with Klaviyo and Klaviyo as well, it's great when we're looking at these types of things. And this is something, that we work closely with Klaviyo on, and we can also help our customers with. So yeah, the customer journey meets Sarah, for example. Sarah's searching on site. She's looking through the merchandising area and also going to the recommendations where she's getting the inspiration. And here are some things that you can do on website when you're leveraging a solution like Klaviyo. So you want to be exposing the search bar, making sure that people can actually find what they're looking for and actually show the search bar, even on the mobile side of things. You'd be surprised how many clients of mine previously have had their search bar hidden due to not having a sophisticated search online. When exposing that search bar and letting their customers know they can talk in these types of ways, the increase that they've had. So the search bar is imperative, and it's something that you need to be looking at exposing and showing to your customers, especially when you're leveraging a solution like Klaviyo. We want to be adding auto suggestions into the overlay, giving them inspiration and other things that they could be seeing. This can be utilized from a personalization aspect, or it could be something that you add personally, but we want to be adding auto suggestions when they're searching, all the way through to making sure that typos are still driving revenue as well. There's a lot of people that go to your website and are probably making a lot of typos. If we look at Google, for example, in their data, within every 10 searches, there's always one search with typos. So it's something that we definitely want to be looking at, and it's something where Klaviyo can actually leverage the typos in a sense that if they are making dramatic errors, we can actually still show them solutions that they're interested in. All the way through to when we were talking with AEK Media around a lot that they're doing with blog content, which I found fascinating. Essentially, we can actually utilize that blog content when people are going on the site and they're searching, and we can show blog content in relation to the queries. So if you're a makeup brand and say, for example, the makeup, it uses certain types of ingredients that are, eco-friendly and that type of thing. If you're looking for certain types of, these skincare routines and that, you want to be showing the customer blog content of how they can use it, or skin routines and that type of thing. All the way through to banners in the merchandising area, utilizing banners and showing things. Maybe you've got certain sales on, maybe every month you hold a campaign. And the filtering aspect is huge as well. And I think it's key to note with Klaviyo, it leverages Klaviyo AI, and we actually work alongside the filtering aspect. So the filtering will change dynamically depending on how the users are interacting. And also as well, if you're leveraging personalization and machine learning, when you have the machine learning there, the machine learning will be working in conjunction with that filtering, meaning if they click on a filter, we'll be showing more of the relevant products to that user from when they're filtering down through that product discovery. And also, of course, adding comprehensive recommendations on the site. We all know what recommendations are, but it's making sure that we're leveraging the right recommendations and the right solution to show the products to your customer. So when we talk about dynamic data-driven product discovery, we're looking at landing pages, the search overlay, the product listings, product detail page, the cart, and also leveraging that Klaviyo connector as well, if you use Klaviyo. And another great thing with Klaviyo as well, and something that we've recently released, is Klaviyo Moist. So we're leveraging ChatGPT, making sure that customers can go into the website, they can easily toggle between chat and search, and they can actually start to ask specific questions around products and have more of a detailed answer around certain things as well. Some case studies here, if we look at Bulk Candy Store, they had a 74% increase in category page conversions, a 60% increase in category page per web session value, and a 2.7 times revenue from search from non-search. And also Puma as well, they had a 52% increase in search-led conversion and a 60% DC growth, 100% increase in conversion for the South African Puma site. So yeah, I've went in there, spoke around all of Klaviyo, the product discovery, some examples and some things that you can do. If you would like to book an audit today, what we can actually do is go through the website and we can put together an actual presentation and audit of the website and how you can leverage Klaviyo to help with all the areas that you're potentially lacking on that product discovery. So feel free to visit klaviyo.com/audit, or you can use the QR code there as well, and that will take you directly to the page. Thank you very much. And now I'll stop presenting and see if there's any questions. Hopefully not too many technical questions, but if there is, we can get that for you.
Great presentation, Alex. So many insights, and I really like the range of functionalities that you can access with Klaviyo. And I really like the analogy that you mentioned about the online retail assistant with Klaviyo functionalities that you can actually you can ask chat box like, hey, like what's this product like, and all your questions will be addressed with like an edge cutting conversion tool. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, for me, customer journey is huge, especially when I worked in retail. It's when somebody came in store, and I knew where everything was by the back of my hand in my store. I could, give them the best experience. And then I also had regular clients coming back. So we sold quite high ticket price items as well. So it was a huge thing for us. So that's why I love and why I've been with Klaviyo for so long, essentially, working in two aspects and working in software, but also kind of the customer experience that was dear to me when I used to look in that retail world when I was younger. So yeah, it's a very big thing. And just everybody on now who's currently still here, is there any questions at all? I can't seem to see any.
Yeah, would be great to see some questions and answer them here.
If not, I think it's also.
I think there's a question box that that you guys can click, and then that's where you can pop your questions, and whether it's about conversion rate optimization or marketing. Happy to answer that now. I'll give a couple more minutes.
Yeah, and then otherwise, I think we've got those 2 QR codes as well. So if there's any questions afterwards, at least there's an opportunity to follow.
Yeah. Feel free to reach out to us. More than happy to jump on separate calls and discuss all parts of this. So I think there's one in the chat here. Do you have an integration with Woo? So with WooCommerce, we haven't got a plug-and-play integration, but I work with various different types of WooCommerce clients, and what we do is we go through the API approach, which is essentially leveraging the XML feed and using the API to connect to the store. So what I can do is I can send you some examples of that via email so you can see them. And then also what we could do is set up a technical call to go over that WooCommerce API integration, if you'd like. No worries at all. Thank you for joining and taking the time. Really appreciate it. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Doesn't seem to be many more questions. And yeah, thank you for everybody joining, and a massive thank you to AK Media joining today as well.
Thank you to Klaviyo. It's been a pleasure to present Tasman Eco and learn more about Klaviyo, really. So I think those 2 components are go together quite well. How to get people to your site, but then also how to convert and leverage that traffic that comes to your site.
Amazing. Thank you, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.